Hello guys, welcome back to our latest episode of Ballers in Pajamas. UEFA Champions League is back. UEFA Champions League 2022-2023 season is back, and here we are at the group stage. The draw has taken place and the teams are set to be playing Champions League football from Tuesday, September 6th. So we have the groups. The groups have fallen. Teams are happy with whatever groups they have, or some teams are unhappy with whatever they have got. So yeah, we'll start off with the chronological order from Group A with Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. Now, wow. Liverpool have got Napoli yet again. I mean, they have had Napoli last 3 times in the last 4 or 5 seasons. So very, very good team. Napoli has a great start to the Serie A season, scoring around 11 to 12 goals in the first 3 games. And on the other hand, Liverpool have scored 9 in a single game. I mean, this fixture will be a watch out fixture, be it both the legs. Ajax, who have done some serious business in this transfer window market, have sold a lot of players. Lisandro Martinez, 55 million to Manchester United, and the latest departure of them was Antony, of a record fee of 100 million euros. I mean, what a signing that was for Manchester United. I mean, it could really affect them big time, because finding a replacement like Antony would be difficult at such stage where forwards are very short in this transfer window market. So for me, I guess top 2 teams I would want to go is Napoli, and with a very heavy heart I would have to say Liverpool, because Ajax don't look that kind of threatening now after many players who have left the club. So yeah, my top 2 would be Napoli and Liverpool going through the knockout phase, and Ajax going to the Europa League. And Rangers, of course, I don't see any chance, but you never know. In football, as Sir Alex always said, football bloody hell. I mean, anything could happen. So yeah, Rangers could be the dark horses, but they could play a spoil sport, according to me, in a fixture or 2. So yeah, so we'll move on to Group B, who have Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Club Brugge, and FC Porto. Now, Atletico have got off to a very shaky start. They drew their first game, they won their second game, and they lost their third game. So they have a very shaky start. I mean, I would say a 50-50 start. Bayer Leverkusen, on the other hand, have a very shambolic start to the season. Rock bottom in the Bundesliga, scoring just a solitary goal in the first 3 matches. I mean, and they are playing Champions League football this season. How ironic can it get? And Club Brugge, a Belgium team, not having a lot of good Champions League records, could hold off a team sometime, but can't defend for long. A team which doesn't score too many goals shouldn't be a threat to either of Atletico or Bayer Leverkusen. Next up would be FC Porto. Would be a slight tricky team for Atletico or Bayer, considering the season they are having. They have a good start to the season. They have won both their games. So my top 2 would be Atletico Madrid and FC Porto going to play the knockouts, and Bayer Leverkusen playing the Europa League. And Club Brugge are sitting rock bottom. Again, would say that Club Brugge could act like a spoil sport, maybe just try a win, a draw, maybe get a draw or 2. So on Group C, the group of death. Barcelona, Bayern Munich. What a love story this is. I mean, since that horrifying 8-2 scorecard in a couple of seasons ago in the Champions League, and since then they had drawn again last season. This is season before, I guess. Yep. So they had a very horrific group stage where Bayern had thrashed Barcelona twice, both at Camp Nou and at Allianz. So yep, and they have Inter Milan. They have Inter Milan to join the party. Inter could play a big spoil sport over here and could, hamper chances of both Barcelona and Bayern Munich if needed sometime. And they are joined by the fourth team, Victoria Plzen, who have completely unheard of, a very new team of a small club in the group of death, of course, having absolutely zero competition. So I don't see them. I guess Victoria Plzen getting all 6 losses, according to me. I mean, you really never know, actually. Again, as last season, Sheriff Tiraspol, who were a very small club, who had come from a very outskirts of Africa, had upsetted Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. So since then, we don't really know what can happen. I mean, you don't see often these kind of teams coming and defeating the kings of the best team in Europe, Real Madrid, who have won the Champions League 14 times. And you defeat them at the Santiago Bernabeu. I mean, you don't see that happen. So yeah, obviously, but as things stand, statistics speak, Victoria Plzen have absolute no chance of even getting a single draw. So for me in this group, I see Bayern Munich topping the table and FC Barcelona going through for the second team and Inter Milan going to the Europa League. Group D is a very interesting group, having all the underdogs of the respective leagues, starting off with Eintracht Frankfurt, who were the champions of Europa League and who have an absolute shambolic start to the Bundesliga season, though they had lost the 1-6 to Bayern Munich at the Bundesliga opener, then followed by a pathetic Super Cup loss to Real Madrid, and nothing seems going right for them this season. So they are having a company of Olympique Marseille, who are looking quite strong since last season as well. They've signed some good quality players, like Eric Bailly being the latest signing from Manchester United. They are followed by Sporting Lisbon, the team from Portugal, and after making an entry after 2 years, Tottenham Hotspur, a very new constructed Antonio Conte's Tottenham Hotspur, a very unique group, a group which have all the underdogs of the respective leagues, as I said. So it's going to be a very challenging group for all. I really have absolute no idea who will top the group or maybe, but I will just make a quick prediction. I will say Tottenham Hotspur will make it to the top of the table. Seeing their team, what the signings they have made, Antonio Conte's new look Tottenham, and the goal scoring abilities they have, and the way they are playing. So I see them easily topping the group. I would say Olympique Marseille will follow them, being second, going to the knockout phases. Sporting Lisbon will be playing the Europa League, and Eintracht Frankfurt, unfortunately, I feel bad for them, but it's a good way of coming into the Champions League after a very, very long time. So I would see them at the rock bottom, 4th place. So that's it. So that's my take for Group D. So I'll move on to Group E, which is again a very, you can say, a straightforward group. We have the 2021 Champions League winners Chelsea, Dynamo Zagreb, FC Red Bull Salzburg, the former team of Erling Haaland, and AC Milan. Chelsea have got yet another Milan team. So yep, I guess you all must have guessed it right. The table toppers will be Chelsea, because Chelsea, we know how dominant they are in group stages. They they don't look back at all. They continue start winning games and qualify easily before maybe say at match day 4 or match day 5, so they can relax at match day 6 and just play a young team. So Chelsea followed by AC Milan would be the team following Chelsea to the knockouts. Salzburg will be going to the Europa League, and Dynamo Zagreb, I would say, would finish 4th, or maybe salvage a draw or maybe a win out of the box. But I would say this thing: Chelsea, AC Milan, Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb will be my chronological order. I'll move to Group F. Again, a very easy group. Maybe some say might be fakes, might be very easy. Why do Real Madrid get all the easy groups all the time? So yeah, the Group F consists of the 14 times Champions League winners, the Los Blancos, Real Madrid, followed by Celtic, Red Bull Leipzig, and Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk has upsetted Real Madrid twice in the 2020-2021 season at home and away both. So they would, and Real Madrid had taken that revenge back when they drew Shakhtar last season again, and this is the third consecutive season when Shakhtar and Real Madrid are in the same group. Red Bull Leipzig, another team which has a very attacking nature, has a good team. Christopher Nkunku is in absolute sensational form right now for Leipzig. So, yep, I feel, but stats speaking and the team which form they are in, Real Madrid will eventually top the group. I will say Red Bull Leipzig following second, going into the knockouts. Celtic, for me, will go to the Europa League, and Shakhtar Donetsk will go out, finishing rock bottom. Moving on to Group G, we have Borussia Dortmund, FC Kopenhagen, Manchester City, and Sevilla. Wow, what a crazy group this is. Borussia Dortmund also had a very shaky start in between. They won their couple of games in Bundesliga, lost the third one dramatically to Werder Bremen, leading 2-0 till the 89th minute, and then losing and giving up that lead and giving up the win in the extra time. I mean, how often do you see that? Teams winning in extra time, scoring 3 goals in extra time. So, yeah, Borussia Dortmund. But yeah, they are doing good, sitting second on the Bundesliga table, right behind Bayern Munich. Yeah, they have FC Kopenhagen, again a team which is unheard of. Manchester City, the champions of England. I mean, it is going to be a very, very interesting time. And Sevilla, I mean, there is something drastically wrong with Sevilla this season. For sure, they are winless in La Liga, having 2 losses and a draw, just sitting on 1 point, despite signings of good players. I mean, they loaned in Alex Telles from Manchester United, who is supposed to be a very good left back, an attacking left back. They signed Isco on a free agent who just left Real Madrid after a brilliant stint of 9 years. So, yeah, Sevilla are still struggling, but you never know. It is Champions League football, so anything can happen. So, yep. So my prediction for this group is Manchester City will be topping the table, which is obvious because with the attacking power they have, and Borussia Dortmund will be going second for me and going to the knockouts, along with Sevilla, who will finish third and go to the Europa League, and Copenhagen will be finishing last. So in the final group H, the final of all, Benfica, the Portuguese team, will be followed by Juventus from the Italian Serie A, Maccabi Haifa, which is a Saudi Arabian club, and followed by the League One champions Paris Saint-Germain, the star-studded team, which has all the star-studded names, a new coach, and have a lot of good signings this season. So PSG Juventus would have been I would say a very big fixture, but considering Juventus and their form and their players leaving off, I mean, Dybala leaving, Ronaldo is not there, Chiellini gone, and a lot of players on and off gone, so they don't have that kind of team. But yeah, Vlahovic is there. They signed in Paul Pogba, but I don't think he is match fit ready for a very long time. They let go of Alvaro Morata back to Atletico Madrid. So, yep. So, yeah, quite a few players. So, Juventus for me are not the same. They let go of Bentancur. They let go of Federico Bernardeschi. So, quite a lot of changes in the Juve team. I mean, they're okay, doing okay-ish, winning their first game, drawing their second and third. So, yeah, they are still in the top 4 of Serie A, but not looking that kind of a Juventus, which were, I would say, 2-3 seasons back. So my predictions are obvious. A no-brainer, PSG would top the group with that kind of a team and attack they have. Juventus would finish second up for me, and they would wrap up that round of 16 knockouts. Benfica would go to the Europa League, and Maccabi Haifa I guess the first appearance in Champions League would go down at the bottom of the table. So quite interesting fixtures. 6 September Champions League kicks off, guys. Please don't forget to watch some exciting games coming your way. And remember, we have fixtures at each week now. It is not, don't have a gap of couple of weeks because of the World Cup coming in November. So guys, UEFA Champions League is back, and I hope we have a very good season, and I'll see you back again after the group stage is over and we have the round of 16 draw. So till then, guys, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the Champions League nights. Till then, stay tuned.